I'm Mike Venuto. I'm the co-founder and chief investment officer of Tidal Financial Group. We're what's known as an ETF white label platform. We help people launch and grow ETFs, and that's what we do for the YieldMax suite. We help Jay and the other partners develop new ideas to generate yield, package it in unique ways, and get it out to all of you. So today we're doing a influencer appreciation event. I'm talking to Corey right now, and it's been very exciting. We've got to talk and learn and hear more about the community. I love that as a fiduciary, as an asset manager, I'm not just talking to some boring advisor. I'm getting to talk to a community of do-it-yourselfers who are really figuring out how to use the tools that we've put together. Corey did ask me, are there any things that I worry about? And we're going to keep innovating. We're going to keep coming up with funds like we've done with YieldMax, or Go Anywhere funds like we've done with Ulti. But I do worry about some of the things that I see people saying. And as a fiduciary, Corey asked me, is there any message I want? I do want to warn people that this NAV erosion term, it's made up. It's not what's happening. It's the fact that there is direction on the underlying stock. So if a stock is going basically sideways and we're selling the vol, that makes sense. And you're going to get a yield from that. If a stock is going down and we're selling the vol, yes, the NAV is going to decline, but that's not erosion. That is the fact that the underlying stock that we're referencing is going down. That said, most people should trip these things. Most people should use them in a retirement account. Getting this in a tax-advantaged way is a much superior way. The other one that's worried me a little bit is the idea that I'm going to own both Tesla and Crash, the long and the short. I've heard people say that they're making essentially an iron condor that way. There is some truth to it that you are hedged, but you need to understand that that hedge has to be rebalanced consistently. It takes some work. And you also need to understand that you're essentially strangling the underlying position. In all of these single security yielding security ETFs, direction matters. We need to have an opinion on where it's going, and you got to get it right. So if you believe Tesla's going to do nothing, which it's kind of done for the last couple of weeks, then owning both Crash and Tesla works. But if it goes violently in either direction, that trade is going to fail miserably. It's not hedged for that. And I want the world to understand that. I want you folks to have these tools, but you have to make it your own opinions about the directions of the underlying stocks. I also want to say, I'm thrilled to have Corey here. I love the Facebook group with CJ and Honcho. I can't say very much there because I'm obviously limited by the rules of compliance. So I love a live interview like this where I can be very honest and open. Please keep telling us what you want to see next. A lot of our ideas, like YieldMax, I pushed for, but I heard all of you talking about it as well. I love that I'm hearing from you guys, which next short fund. I keep hearing fiat. You see our filings where there's everything we do is SEC regulated and we have to put it all out there. We want to hear from you. I love that we're talking to this community, and I really appreciate that you trust us in investing for you. So that's all I have to say, Corey, unless you have other questions.
No, I think I'm good. I greatly appreciate your time and getting this message out to try to help educate some so they don't make some big mistakes, right? Because these can be risky, and we don't want to make them even more risky by not, knowing for sure what's going to work and what's not. But yeah, that Crash and Tesla one, I know a lot of people are talking about that, so I'm glad that you went over that. And yeah, you're right. Everybody's asking where is fiat, because everybody's like, Bitcoin's going to be going down, and they want that fiat out there as quick as possible. Sort of like Tesla, and I think I mentioned this with Jay, is that everybody wanted Crash for a long, long, long time, right? When we really needed it. And then when we got it, it's like, okay, we have it, but we don't really need it as much as we needed it 6 months ago, right? That doesn't mean it's not going to, in the future, we're really going to need that again. But I know in some of the comments from actually the one we just did with Chris, there was a lot of questions on when is CHIPS going to come out, or CHIP going to come out? When is fiat going to come out? Which of course I know you can't tell us those things until they actually way.
I actually do know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm not allowed to say.
Exactly.
Yes, but I would say it's imminent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it. I appreciate your time.
And we appreciate everything your community is doing for us, and we really thank you all. And with ETFs, they're transparent. I love that you guys look and see what we actually own. Keep looking. Keep us. You don't have to keep us honest because we are, but you got to keep a lot of other ETF companies honest.
Right.
I was telling one of the other groups who were interviewing me, Vanguard small cap funds are filled with mid cap stocks, but you can go see it. You got to go look under the hood. Keep doing the research. I'm a big believer in buy and learn. Whenever anybody asks me about some cryptos, I do run a blockchain fund too. Buy and learn is the strategy. Buy these things, small amount, learn about it, understand it, then you can be an investor in more of it.
That's awesome.
All right, we've got to go.
Thank
do
you,
a
sir.
panel, so
Thank you.
Corey. Thank you, community.